In the autumn of the soul, where the leaves of experience painted the ground in shades of amber and gold, there lay a cobblestone valley. There, between the winding river of childhood and the protective shadow of the ancient mountain, a melody arose. Not a melody to be heard, but one to be felt, forged at the confluence of two small springs, the spring of the wind and the spring of the rock. The spring of the wind, restless by nature, whispered songs of distant horizons, driven by an innate desire to explore the highest peaks of knowledge. The spring of the rock, in contrast, cherished the steadiness of the valley, content to nourish the earth and nurture the flowers it knew. They were inseparable. Their waters mingled in a crystal-clear stream, carrying with them the seeds of futures yet to come. Together they shared stories with the stars, their currents entwined like the roots of the ancient mountain, promising that no matter the journey, their destinies would remain forever intertwined. But the springtime of life, with its promise of individual bloom, brought winds of change. The spring of the wind felt the call of distant ranges, drawn toward the grandeur of eternal snows. The spring of the rock, true to its nature, chose the serenity of the valley, sinking deeper into fertile soil. Their farewell was a murmur of "see you soon," which the breezes of youth soon transformed into a whisper of goodbye. At first, the valley's messengers carried news back and forth, keeping the streams connected. Tales of new lands from the spring of the wind and the valley songs of the spring of the rock were exchanged eagerly. But as summers passed, the flow of messengers dwindled. Messages grew shorter, the echoes of laughter more distant. Time, once a mirror reflecting their shared essence, became a veil. The stream's jokes lost their freshness. The valley's references seemed strange. When paths crossed, a heavy silence filled the space, like morning mist that refuses to lift. Years tumbled like stones downstream. The spring of the wind carved majestic canyons, its achievements admired by rivers across the world. The spring of the rock became the guardian of an oasis of unparalleled beauty, its waters blessing the land and nourishing life. Both had fulfilled their destinies, yet in separate landscapes, admired by rivers and valleys unaware of the original melody of their union. One day, as the spring of the wind rested beside a serene lake, a single drop of dew recalled an ancient reflection. Two small springs, gleaming in the morning sun, embraced at the base of the ancient mountain. A wave of fullness washed over it, not the pain of loss, but the acceptance of the beauty in the cycle. It smiled at the reflection, a smile as old as the mountain itself. Life, in its inscrutable wisdom, teaches us that some springs flow through our beds for only a season. Some arrive with the effervescence of spring, refreshing our souls before departing with the first autumn breeze. Others are torrents of summer, shaping us with unforgettable strength, yet compelled to follow their own course. And there are those winter springs, teaching resilience and the value of finding our own source. The spring of the wind held that reflection within itself. The melody with the spring of the rock had not ended, it had transformed. It had been the original stream bed, the solid foundation upon which both had built their own rivers. And though their courses had diverged, the gratitude for every shared crop, every whispered secret, every reflected dream would remain forever, like the warmth of the summer sun on a cold winter day.